Now, the topic before us is cybersecurity myths that could put you at risk. In today's digital age, cybersecurity threats are ever evolving. We are making use of technology for our day to day activities, for internet banking, for online shopping, as well as we are making use of technology to communicate with others. We are making use of Facebook, WhatsApp, and other social media platforms. As technology advances, as the technology in each and every field is rapidly changing, so the tactics adopted by the cyber criminals are also changing. They are developing new and new forms of malicious softwares so that they can launch cyber attacks on the public. Their main aim behind the cyber attacks is to earn easy and enough money. Sometimes their aim may be some enmity, or sometimes the cyber attacks may be sponsored by some states. Unfortunately, misinformation and misconceptions about cybersecurity are rampant. We do not, sometimes most of us do not understand the correct facts about cybersecurity. Many misconceptions or misinformation is widely rampant among the general public. These myths can lead to poor security practices, making individuals and organizations vulnerable to cyber attacks. As we do not understand the concept of cybersecurity properly, and we may fall in the trap of misconceptions or myths, and we may live in a false sense of complete security, which may ultimately result into some cyber attack or deletion of our data or unauthorized access of our systems by the cyber criminals. This course aims to dispel common cybersecurity myths that persist in public discourse, corporate environments, and even within the cybersecurity community itself. So now the question arises, why is it important to dispel cybersecurity myths? It is important to dispel cybersecurity myths so that the false sense of security which we feel in respect of our data which is lying stored in our computer systems and the safety of our computers is removed. It is also important to dispel these cybersecurity myths so that we take effective security measures to protect our data and our devices. It is also necessary to dispel these myths so that we can take proper decisions, and that too based on actual facts. What will you learn in this course? In this course, we will learn a variety of cybersecurity myths. Sometimes we think that cyber criminals are outsiders, and this is a myth because sometimes there are also internal threats from our own employees, our contractors, or our business partners who have authorized access to our computer systems and the data lying therein. Sometimes we think that as we have installed antivirus software in our computer system, we can click on any link, we can download anything, there will be no harm to our computer system or the data lying therein. It is also a myth. We will discuss all in detail. Sometimes we think that we have adopted a very strong password and it will take care, and no person outside will be able to launch cyber attack on us. It is also a myth. We will discuss also it in detail. Sometimes we think that IT department alone is responsible for cybersecurity. It is also a myth. We are collectively responsible to protect our data and our devices from cyber attacks. Sometimes we think that being an ordinary individual, we are not on the radar of cyber criminals. It is also a myth because the cyber criminals do not make differentiation between an ordinary person or a high net worth individual. We will discuss it in detail. Sometimes we think that only large corporations are the targets of cyber attacks. Small and medium sized enterprises often think that they are not on the radar. Only large companies will be on the radar of cyber attacks. It is not so. More than 40% of the cyber attacks are aimed at small and medium sized enterprises because the cyber criminals also understand that small and medium sized enterprises do not have enough money to take proper cyber security measures to protect their data and the devices from cyber attacks. Sometimes we think that cybersecurity is very complex and we are unable to understand it. There are many cybersecurity simple steps which can be easily understood by anyone. We will discuss it in detail. It is also a myth that cybersecurity is very expensive. We can adopt the practices like two factor authentication, multi factor authentication, use of strong passwords. If we buy a reasonable antivirus software, it will also not cost much. Sometimes it is also a myth that bring your own devices is secure and safe. There are many limitations to this policy. Also, we will discuss it in detail. It is also a myth that public Wi-Fi is safe to use. We should not use public Wi-Fi for sensitive information or making online internet banking. It is also a myth. I will now, if I have been hacked, sometimes the cyber attack hacking goes on continuously for months or years together, and we do not know that our computer system is hacked. Cybersecurity is a one-time fix. One-time fix. It is also a myth. Cybersecurity is an ongoing process. We have to continuously take new and new cybersecurity steps to protect our data as well as devices from cyber attacks. It is also a myth that employees are the weakest link. Cloud storage is inherently unsafe. Cybersecurity is just about protecting data. It is not that. If we take proper cybersecurity steps, it not only protects our data but also ensures that our business is continuously in operation. There is no reputation damage to our organization because in case of cyber attack there may be reputation damage, loss of productivity and many other things we will discuss in detail. It is also a myth that we should secure only internet facing systems. If we use an infected pen drive with our offline device, it can also cause harm to the offline device and the data lying therein. It is also a myth that using the same password across multiple accounts is okay. If one password which is used in various accounts is leaked or unauthorized accessed by the cyber criminals, all your accounts may be assessed unauthorized accessed by the cyber criminals. Sometimes we think that as we have invested in sophisticated security tools like firewall, antivirus, so we are safe. We can click on any link, we can open any website, we are safe from the cyber attacks. It is not that. Cyber criminals are also busy round the clock to develop new and new forms of software. Sometimes firewall or antivirus is not in a position to take care of emerging malware, the malware which the most of our systems may not be unable to recognize. So it is necessary to understand the concept of cybersecurity in detail. After going through this course, you will be able to identify common cybersecurity myths and misconceptions. You will also understand the risks which are associated if we believe in these myths, as our data and the systems may be unauthorized accessed by the cyber criminals. We will also understand the importance of shared responsibility. It is not that employees working in the IT department are only responsible for cybersecurity. We have to work together to ensure the safety and security of our data as well as the systems from the cyber attacks. And we will be also in a position to make informed decisions to protect your digital assets. When we will disbelieve these myths and take proper cyber security steps, the chances of cyber attacks will be reduced, and we can protect our data and systems from unauthorized access by the cyber criminals. Let us embark on this journey together to expose the truth behind the cybersecurity myths and empower you to become a more informed and resilient digital citizen. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.